Hello, my name is Frederick. I'm the CEO and founder of Sustainly, and welcome to this quick tutorial video where I'm going to show you a really neat trick that you can do to scale the models that you build up or down. So in the previous tutorial, we already covered how you can use scenarios and parameters to create fairly dynamic models and to test out different impact scenarios. But another thing that is quite often relevant is to convert operational data into actual output that is scaled to a functional unit. So a couple of simple examples could be you build a solar park and you want to know exactly what is the impact of producing 1 kilowatt hours. The way that you would do this is you can create a model for the entire solar park for X amount of years of operation. Let's say that you assume it's going to be operational for 20 years. You model all the inputs, you model the maintenance and so forth, everything that needs to go into the life cycle model. Now you have a full solar park running for 20 years. It's going to generate quite a lot of kilowatt hours. But what you're really interested in communicating with your LCA is what's the impact of generating 1 kilowatt hour, because that's going to be the comparable unit. Another very typical example is you have the raw manufacturing output for an actual production site. So you know that your factory uses X amount of electricity, X amount of material input, so forth. Instead of modeling all the nitty-gritty details, you can actually just take the output of that factory and say the output, or you can take the input and say the output here is X amount of products. So we modeled a plastic cup here, but instead you could model the factory and then scale it down to the amount of plastic cups. And it's super simple to do this. You just open the settings menu. You can see that what we modeled is a cup to hold 340 milliliters of hot beverage. Like, this is fairly academic, but this is also to be very precise in this case. We've modeled one functional unit amount, which is one use, but how many functional units are covered by this model? So in this case, it's one, but let's say I want to see what happens if the cup can be used twice. Now it's important, as I covered in the previous tutorial, you shouldn't use this to create control experiments, because this will scale everything in the model. So use this when you need to scale the entire model in cases such as those I already covered. Anyway, once you've done this, you can actually just go back, and we are on the impact report right now. If I click up here and I switch between system and functional unit, you can now see I click on this, everything is halved. And it might seem simple to cut everything in half, but let's say that instead of modeling a plastic cup, we had modeled the factory and we knew that it outputs 28,902. This is going to be significantly easier than going through every single output and making these calculations. So now you can see, now I actually have the input for everything as divided by the amount of functional units. So that's a super cool trick, and it's really, really helpful when you start building LCAs at scale, because this works for components as well. Components, I'm going to cover that later, but this can be really helpful for importing raw data, converting it into exactly that functional unit you need. If you have some raw manufacturing data, raw material extraction data, and you need to convert that to a functional unit of 1 kilo, this can be immensely helpful. So just a quick little tip on how you can go about this and make your life easier.